It's Gospel Sunday TV with Keith Solis.
Thanks for watching Gospel Sunday TV. So excited today because this dude right here, I've been listening to his music for years, specifically this one song that I love. My name is Victory. This is Jonathan Nelson. What's going on?
Keith, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you
Good.
so much for coming through.
Man, I am so delighted to be here. Finally made it to Dallas for my promotional run. I'm glad to be here.
So now, first of all, let's talk about that song, My Name is Victory. Where did that come from?
Can I, the honest truth? I wasn't working at the time.
Okay.
And I've had some offline conversation with you. I wasn't working at the time. I was working for a software engineering company that's based in Plano, Texas.
Okay.
The company went under, and before well, let me just say this: if my job hadn't gone under, I would not have started writing songs.
Wow.
So I wrote a song called "Healed" and "Struggle Is Over." My Name is Victory came soon after.
Yeah.
I happened to be home cleaning up the house because I wasn't working. My wife said, "Listen, now we're not gonna have a dirty house.
Yeah,
and you're,
you're not just gonna sit here and watch TV.
You're not gonna just sit and watch TV." So I mean, I was like, and see, I come from old school.
Yeah.
So like we pine saw the house and we clean the house. So I was cleaning the house. I was sweeping and vacuuming and cleaning the restroom and whatnot. And I just started singing. I'm sorry. My name is Victory. I've got evidence. I've got confidence. And I just literally started walking around the house singing that song.
Wow.
And I said, there's something on the song. Didn't quite know. I mean, I was a new songwriter, so I didn't know that there would be. I knew it had potential, but I didn't know that it was going to do what it did.
Yeah.
And so after I finished cleaning up, I started writing it down, and I recorded it on I bought this small little recorder, and I started singing into the recording. I went to the church, and I got with my songwriter partner. His name is Justin Savage. Actually wrote with me on that one, and I said, "Hey, yo, I feel something on this song." Anyway, so when we recorded it, the world told us that song is a special song, and that people needed to know that through ever their darkest time, that their name really is Victory.
And it's amazing that you just said, had I not lost that job, and a lot of times we go through things and we're mad at God. God, why did this happen? Why, if only you had let me keep that job. Well, if you had kept that job, so many people would not have been blessed by that song.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes we got to go through something in order for God to get us to where it is we need to be, or He wants us to be.
Right. Well, my dad says that. My dad is a preacher, and he says when God gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. And so I guess you could say I turned my lemons into lemonade.
And so from that song, you also mentioned Healed.
Yes.
Now, we know the version from Donald Lawrence.
Right.
But you also had a version. But you wrote that song, I Am Healed.
Yeah.
I got a story to tell you about some things that I've been through. But
I'm healed.
I'm healed. And
that was one of the first songs that was birthed through that storm, I guess you could say, when I lost my job. That song, I remember clear as day. They had just built a new mall, and I just wanted to go see what was going on because I didn't have any money. So I was window shopping, and as I was walking around, I just literally started singing. I started with the vamp. Oh, I am healed, I am healed. And I was like, oh, there's something special on that.
Wow.
I got back in my car, and I started singing. By the time I got back home, the got a story to tell you about some things. It came to pass.
Wow.
It just came to me. So within hour and a half, the song was done.
Man.
Yes.
And then the struggle is over.
Struggle is over. And at that point, I knew between these songs that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I found my purpose in my storm. Struggle is over was the next one to come after that, yes.
Wow. Now, you've got this new project.
Yes.
Declarations. And the song that we've been playing, tell us about this song, man, because it's just, this whole Caribbean vibe. But certainly straight up church.
Yeah. It's a mixture. I kind of call it my gospel gumbo. I've been afforded the opportunity to go to Africa and as well the Caribbean. And I frequent the Caribbean to this day doing ministry. And it's something that it's really hard to explain. You really have to experience it. And I recommend this for anybody. If you ever go to the Caribbean or if you ever go to Africa, every moment in service, especially when music is going, when they bring their offering up, it's about celebration and thanksgiving and jubilation. And so I agree. I wanted the listener to experience that jubilation and that celebration, like, you know, when the music, everybody, you know, you can't sit still.
Absolutely.
And I wanted people to experience that. But the gumbo part of it is, I grew up in a Pentecostal church, and I wanted the listener to experience kind of like how I felt church growing up.
Okay.
So it feels a little bit like a Pentecostal church, or it feels a little bit like church on Sunday morning.
Okay.
You know, so I wanted people to experience that, and I wanted people to, or should I say, I want people to say yes to God.
Absolutely.
In a fun way. You know, growing up in church, if you say yes to God, say yes to His will, it seemed like God is angry.
It was a bunch of commands.
Yes.
But not a lot of smiling.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you say, and I agree, I feel like you can click the check mark, the terms and conditions that apply. I'm saying yes. I don't really know where this is going to take me, but I know it's going to take me to my purpose, to my promise, to God's plan.
Amen.
So when you're saying I agree to what you have already said about me. And to me, when I'm saying I agree, that has a connection to my family, that has a connection to my finances, that has a connection to my purpose, has a connection to my wealth, my healing, or whatever is attached to that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow. Well, I spent a lot of time in the Caribbean as well. None of my time was in ministry, though.
Okay.
Well,
You're just kind of getting a beach in the sun, huh?
If you want to call it ministry. Well, that's a whole nother story. But listen, you've got a twin brother.
Yes.
Jason Nelson. And
Yes, that's
the
my
song,
dude.
we've been playing his song forever, which when he was with us, and I was telling him, man, this could go either way. This could be, you know, certainly a love worship song to Jesus or your boo.
Right. Everybody thinks it's a wedding song. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's a perfect wedding song. But he was telling me that you two are going to be working together.
Absolutely.
And so do we have a date yet?
We do not have a date. We are actually in talks with a couple of companies. We are planning on going on tour.
Okay.
Initially, we're probably going to maybe do a 10-day tour. We haven't even figured out a name to call it.
Wow.
The Nelson Brothers, Nelson Family. We don't know just yet. But we're definitely going to go on tour. And it's even better that we're going to go on tour with new projects. But I think people are just looking for an example of family.
Absolutely.
Of brotherhood. We can look at the Clark sisters. We can look at the Winans. We can look at Andre Crouch and Sandra Crouch and the Hawkins. They've been great examples of families in ministry and families in music ministry. And in 2018, I think the closest we have to that currently are Mary. But we don't have like a brother thing happening right now.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like we could fill that void. And maybe even do a project together. We're talking about that as well.
Okay.
But we're looking at probably spring of next year is
Perfect.
what we're looking at to do at least a 10-day tour. And we do plan on coming to this area.
Man, you got to come here.
Absolutely.
Definitely got to come here.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
I encourage you, you got to get this project, Declarations. It is the new one from Jonathan Nelson. It will bless you. Get the new one, get the old one. My Name is Victory. If you don't have that one, that will still bless you. I am healed.
Get all of the records. There's 6 of them. Get them all. Praise the Lord.
Now, how can people find you?
You can find me at Nelson Jonathan is my Instagram and my Twitter. Facebook is Jonathan Nelson Music, and my website is jonathannelson.us.
Amen. And so no, you're not still on MySpace or anything?
I don't even know what my password is. I haven't known what my password is.
So you haven't even deleted your account?
I guess it still exists.
Does it still work? Wow.
Do people still go to MySpace?
I don't think so. Don't think so. Well, listen, man, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
God continue to bless you and your ministry, man. Jonathan Nelson is with us. I'm Keith Solis. Thanks for watching Gospel Sunday TV.
Thanks for watching Gospel Sunday TV. We'd like to know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also visit us at krnb.com.